2, 1. Oh, we started.
Thing. Listen, we run a very tight ship around here at Save Entertainment, as is our Twitter name.
Mm-hmm.
The entertainment has some vowels gone from it, but at Save Entertainment, welcome audience to Save Entertainment. I'm Evan Blackwell, joined by, as always,
My
Mike.
name is. I apologize for stepping on your feet there, but were you gonna say my name, or do you want me to say it?
You should say your name.
Okay, I am Declan. Nice to meet you, everyone. Hope you're doing well.
He is very happy to meet you all.
Mm-hmm.
And start off the show, we should probably remind everyone that if they like the show, they should subscribe. Tell 4 friends to subscribe. They will
Only
tell
4.
Exactly 4,
Mm-hmm.
allowing our our influence to fan out in a triangular model. We're going to get a name to it eventually.
There we go. All right. So, welcome to another episode. It is currently 5:49. Just turned. It was 48. I almost said 48, but it turned as I was saying that. On a Friday evening.
Welcome into our humble abode. Wipe your
Yes.
feet off the mat, and then take your shoes off, because we're in a very comfortable house right now. We don't want you to track your dirty shoes with your dirty mud all over this podcast of entertainment discussion, which is a very clean, safe topic.
We will not stand to talk about anything else. We will not stand if the people listening want us to say anything else. We only talk about one topic here. And what is that topic, Evan?
That topic is James Corden and his wonderful hair.
Yes.
We, of course, are the #1 most pro James Corden and James Corden podcast, I think, ever to exist. His performance as Bumblebee Boo in Cats, his performance as Bumblebee Boo in Ocean's 11, his performance as Bumblebee Bee in what else was he in? Everything, basically.
Into the Woods.
Was he in that?
Yeah, he's the baker.
The baker?
Yeah. Isn't he? He's the main guy, kind of.
Thought he'd be one of the honey buns.
I think those are what he ate. Maybe I haven't seen the movie, actually. I've seen the musical at my friend's high school, and I only wish I could have seen James Corden, do it live. But someday I'll watch his wonderful performance, I'm sure.
The production values of the show you saw were, I'm sure, about as similar to the film, but
alas,
that was a little joke. I lied to you, audience, and even more tricks and deceits will be coming your way.
Yes. Would you like to discuss in a what's the word I'm looking for? Professional manner. Our roundtable discussion that happens weekly of superhero shows.
Well, I suppose we should start it off with our main attraction.
Thank you, Mr. McConaughey.
Yeah, all right. That's the one Matthew McConaughey thing that everyone does.
Yeah.
It's like, all right for Matthew McConaughey. It's wow for Owen Wilson.
I can do the crying he does in Interstellar on command.
Can you do it?
I can't do it now. It's
wow.
I'm being recorded. I have to. It's just.
It has to be in an impromptu setting. Of course.
It has to be authentic. Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Matthew McConaughey, my favorite actor.
I want to be just big enough that people can do impressions of me.
Impressions are actually something I really want to get good at.
See, I consider myself good at impressions by never doing them for anyone.
Okay. You're just waiting and practicing for the one day you'll need to.
I'm great at impressions.
Oh yeah. If you had if you were at a party and everyone was like, "All right, guys, let's do impressions." What was the one you think you could like pull out of your back pocket and like
Uh,
attempt at least?
the one I would probably pull out immediately would either be what's an easy one? Maybe like a Humphrey Bogart.
Okay. That's a good one. I
Yeah,
think
that's easy.
I think I would do a Heath Ledger Joker.
Actually, I think I'll do Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Yeah, had the dancing included.
Yes.
Okay.
Only the part where he says "good little girls and boys."
Okay, well, speaking of the Joker, let's have our roundtable discussion of superhero ness. Um, there was a
Well,
new Falcon Winter
fittingly,
Soldier episode.
this episode fittingly features John Walker, which you could say is the Joker of Captain America.
He's Marvel's Joker. I claimed that myself. No one else. It's trademarked.
Coined
It's
by Declan Young of Save Entertainment.
yes, it's what they're saying. I'm on the phone with Kurt Russell's son or father of Wyatt, who was our John Walker, and he's appreciated the compliment.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Mhm.
So, this episode starts with a pretty nice fight, a pretty cool fight scene
Yeah,
where they get the shield away from John Walker before he almost kills Falcon.
he almost does. Spoiler warning, by the way. That's not a spoiler. There, I don't think they would kill one of the title characters, but who knows?
Yeah, but what if they did? If they actually did, again, this would give the show points.
It would.
This is another where I'm like, I like a lot of the stuff that happens, but the experience of watching it wasn't great.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. It's again with these episodes, like I kind of feel they're stretched out, and there's some stuff that I don't know. Like I don't like the flag smashers. I think they're so boring.
I think they're boring villains that again have like a really stupid name. I
Yeah,
feel like they're gonna do something to have them end up not be awful. Maybe, hopefully.
I hope.
Uh, that would be interesting. That would be the only way I would really like start to enjoy this. But I mean, they're called the Flag Smashers. Like they couldn't have made this feel less baby town.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. They're
The
go
show
ahead.
feels like a lot of overemphasis on what is a very obvious, simple story.
Yeah, it's like obviously, Sam is he wants to be the new Captain America. Steve trusted him with the shield. Bucky signed off on it, but Bucky didn't really have to because he kind of doesn't matter. But like obviously Sam's gonna struggle with taking up the shield because not only is it him becoming a face of the shield and whatever, but after Steve Rogers did all the things he did and he's so beloved that it's difficult for Sam to try to live up to that, and he struggles with that. And I liked the one thing I really liked this episode was his discussions with Isaiah Bradley is his name, right? um
Yeah,
that was a highlight of the episode, and we learn a lot about why Sam struggled with taking up the Captain America shield and mantle, whatever you want to call it. But um yeah, I mean it's kind of drawn out. It's really a simple story, and I don't think we have to go in depth. I think for all the like mystique around the previous show, WandaVision, if those episodes had the time that the Falcon Winter Soldier if you switched, oh my god, I just knocked over. I'm sorry, whoever's ears I just murdered. I someone is just turned off the show probably, but it's like I feel like if they switch the formats, like WandaVision was more drawn out and they had more mystique than they did, if that makes any sense. Like,
If they had, I think that WandaVision might have been more of a gamble for Disney, which
mhm,
is why they overcorrected way more with that one.
good point.
Like they overcorrected that one to kind of be a bit more normal seeming, even though it was just like a very slight variation on the standard MCU lineup. But they're like, we can't even have this slight variation. We
They
have to.
should have and I know you've said this previously too, but like they should have really, really dove. I'm now seeing that. Like they should have really dove into it, and it's taking this show that's kind of more of the Marvel formula, I guess, to see that. Um, Although this has some different stuff, this episode specifically.
Right. There is some different stuff. I like how this show looks. This show looks a lot different. Almost all the MCU movies have that filter over them. And I think it's still here, but it doesn't look as washed out and kind of like phony looking as a lot of the movies do.
Mm, yeah,
It feels more vibrant visually, which I liked. I thought that was pretty cool. That was enjoyable.
yeah. People have described me as vibrant before.
Yeah, I describe you as vibrant every
Really?
day.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
This is a vibrant podcast. So what like specific are there any specific scenes or anything you want to mention from the episode? Like Zemo kind of pops up for 5 seconds and he gets taken away from the Wakandans, and I was like, well, he'll probably be back. I don't know if it'll be Black Panther 2, if he'll be the villain or like whatever, but since they didn't kill him, he's obviously gonna come back. A lot
Yeah.
of John Walker stuff. Go ahead.
Oh, John meets Julia Louise Dreyfus,
Oh,
and
right. We have our Seinfeld crossover.
right. She's what are you talking about? She's the star of Veep, and the
Sorry,
thing is,
sorry.
what's Seinfeld?
I don't know.
What's the deal with these super soldiers? Yeah, that's my go-to impression. Is saying, "What's the deal with these super
They
soldiers?
should
When
have
is it
played the Seinfeld theme like at some point during the episode.
right after he bludgeons the guy to death with his shield?
Yeah.
Bit of freeze frame. Bam.
You're probably wondering how I ended up here.
I never thought about how the Seinfeld theme really is like an extension of that. Like,
Yeah, it is.
to be honest, but she appears. She's villainous, apparently.
Yes.
She's like the devil on the shoulder, whispering into John Walker's ear, like, "Yeah, it's good. It's good that you did that. It's good."
Isn't being
But then it's
bad fun?
like, how bad can you be? You're just helping the economy. How
Ooh.
bad can you be? Look at me petting this puppy.
Ooh.
That was actually my audition cut for Carnegie Mellon. How bad can I be?
Did you get it?
Yeah,
With
full
flying
ride too.
colors. Okay.
Mhm.
Um so I guess, it is implied that she is evil, obviously, since she is tempting John Walker, as you said. But I don't like I had to look up on Twitter who she was. Um Obviously she's evil, but I guess, for the super hardcore Marvel comic readers and stuff like that, Do you think it's like the
Maybe
purple in her hair? They could figure out who she was.
I think it'll be like an Agnetha Harkness.
Harkness, yes. You could never get that for some reason.
You know,
I'm
I really
not judging you.
Agnetha Harness for some reason. Or so it's Agatha Harness,
Yes. Harkness.
Agnetha Harkness,
Agatha.
Agatha Harkness.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a fictional character. It's all made up.
Exactly.
I mean, I imagine it's going to be a similar situation here. Like the comic book characters are like, yeah, this is what's going to happen. It's like in Far From Home when Mysterio came in and like he's like a good guy, but that movie was like wise to make the good guy persona last for like 10 minutes because anyone who's read any of the comic books knows like, wait, Mysterio's like always a bad guy.
Yeah, obviously if you bring like Jake Gyllenhaal in, he's not going to be some random side hero.
It's true. That is true. Then they did kill him off, which is very upsetting.
Well, did they?
He'll be back.
You know, speaking of people who I thought like they might not have killed off. So we were debating. I guess we weren't debating, but last week I think we both kind of thought our boy Lamar was still alive, and you know John visits his family, so I guess he's actually dead. Can we confirm it?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we're wrong, then we'll take the L on this one.
I really liked his character though. He was interesting.
Yeah. I like that he was a good cop.
Yeah.
No, it's just the bad cop.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Seeing he's acting rogue.
Oh, he is acting rogue.
Becoming the comedian from Watchmen.
Yeah, so Bucky and Sam took the shield, which honestly, like, I think it's kind of annoying that Marvel put that whole training montage that happens at the end of the episode in the trailers, because this happens pretty late in the series that they get the shield. I mean, obviously you probably know they're gonna get the shield back at some point, but I guess it's shame on me for watching the trailers.
I do think, yeah, I didn't watch the trailers. Well, yes, I did. But I didn't take them that much into like consideration for this show.
Gotcha.
It was a good fight. Like when, again, he's about to kill Falcon again, and then
in the same fashion.
Yeah. We need to see Captain America who just kills people like that.
I know, wouldn't that be great? Well, maybe that's what he's doing, because as we saw, there was a post-credit scene, and John is making his own Walmart Captain America shield.
What if he just got like a gun? You know, that would be way more effective for what he's trying to do.
That would. Yeah. And he's probably stronger than them because he did take the serum.
Yeah, I feel like it would take a lot of force to like decapitate a man with a shield, as what I assume John Walker did in the end of the last episode.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess a regular person could do it, but I feel like it would take a lot longer than was shown in this episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Other things I liked. I really liked the sequence of Sam's sister. I think her name is Sarah. Her two boys playing around with the Captain America shield was fun. Liked that a lot. And there was one other thing, I think. I liked Sam's like Rocky training montage a lot. That was cool.
I thought that little montage was not bad.
Okay.
It was like functional. It fit.
Yeah.
Not really a big fan of montages in general.
I kind of like.
Well, that was place. You know, you can use them well. I thought this time I was like, all right. It was functional. I got the point.
Well, I thought the episode was gonna end after that, but there's still like 15 more minutes. That's what threw me off about that. Like that seemed like an episode ender, but it's not.
It would feel weird to end on a montage, I think.
Sure.
You can start on one, but you can't really
Yeah.
end on.
Yeah, so I have no clue how next week's gonna go. It's probably gonna be another hour, but like I don't know if Julia Louise, sorry, is gonna come back into the fold. I guess John Walker's gonna fight them again. We
Well,
got
I
all
think
the flag smashers.
for some time.
What was that?
I said now that Veep is over, I'm sure they got her for some time.
Sure. Um, so yeah, I mean I have no clue how next week's gonna go. I hope it's good. I'm assuming Sam has got his Captain America suit ready because I'm pretty sure Bucky gave him one from Wakanda, and we know Shuri is quite the fashion designer. She made all the Black Panther suits, so excited to see that. Should be good. I don't know.
Next episode. I guess we said that last episode. In this episode, we were saying the same verdict.
Yeah.
But hopefully, maybe it will really come. I think next episode will be a doozy.
Mm-hmm.
This episode felt a lot like a transitionary stage.
Sure. The calm before the storm, maybe.
Perhaps there's still several more episodes though, so
No, there's only one.
there's only one.
Yeah, it's 6 episodes.
Well, then yeah, that's probably what that was.
Yeah, there you go.
Feel like a conduit.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have one more week of this, and then I don't know if there's a week break or it goes right into it, but or no, I don't. Never mind. When does Loki come out?
Oh, Loki comes out in. I think there's some time before Loki comes out.
June 11th. Oh, for some reason I thought Loki was like pretty soon, but it's not. So
They're giving us some time to chill out and
yeah,
digest on the hearty meal they've been serving us.
yeah, we've got a little Marvel break. Until I guess Black Widow and Loki. I think that What If animated series comes out. That'll be cool, but I'm not as interested in that as the live action stuff.
Yeah, does that stuff even count? You know, it's
No,
yeah,
because it's just all
what,
hypothetical.
yeah, it's the
Hmm.
What If series.
Yes. What if we should start a What If podcast?
It's like, what if we were in different cities? What if I was in Pennsylvania and Declan was in New Jersey?
That'd
Wouldn't
be interesting.
everything?
What if Army Hammer is a robot?
What if Army Hammer is baking soda?
I understood that reference, as Captain America once said.
Isn't
All
that
right.
from Endgame? I understood that reference.
That was from the first Avengers, I think.
It was when
Yeah.
he's like being mobbed down by people. Was that Infinity? Oh, that. Oh.
No, that's the one. Are you talking about the elevator?
Yeah.
That's he. They do that in Endgame, but the fight sequence is Winter Soldier. He
Oh,
like goes back to it in Endgame.
right.
Yes.
I probably should have watched all the Marvel movies before I watched Endgame because watching it, I was like, oh, this is a cool thing that I've never seen before. When
Yeah.
like 5 years ago, I just didn't remember.
Yeah. I didn't do that, but I had seen most of them before.
Disney really has its audience like children, like babies. Like I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Falcon Winter Soldier, decent enough to watch, I guess.
My grade, I give it a C plus or a B minus, equivalent grades.
I would probably agree with that. I just maybe like a B flat. Do you think you would watch this if it not the musical note? Um, do you think
As
you would,
and harmonic.
as I was watching, something I was wondering was like, would I watch this if it wasn't Marvel?
No.
And I thought maybe not.
I think that's the case with a lot of Marvel stuff. It's like
True.
I would not be interested in in a property like this.
Yeah.
Wasn't within. I think WandaVision was the one exception where I was like, I would be more interested in this if it wasn't in the MCU.
Yeah.
But a lot of MCU, like Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame, I feel like my biggest issue with movies like that is that they have no context outside of just being Marvel movies.
hmm I
At least
just
people had the excuse of being like, oh, well, Winter Soldier, that's kind of like a paranoia thriller, like a 70s movie like Clute or something. It's like, oh, I get that. That makes
yeah.
sense. Sort of like the Manchurian Candidate. But things like also Captain America Civil War, it's a lot of stuff where it's like this has no context outside of the MCU, and it kind of makes the movie feel sort of hollow to watch.
Sure.
Like I'm reading a Wikipedia article that's being dramatically reenacted to me.
Yeah. Um, I just came up with a brilliant idea. So I was talking to Evan, and I have some ideas in my head for future Oscar winning movies, and I would like to write them down with the help of Evan. But my new idea is we take everything the MCU has done and make it not MCU.
To just make like a series of movies that aren't in the MCU, but like
Maybe not even a series. Don't make it connected at all.
there's like a bunch of different. Well, isn't that just like basically the James Bond series?
Probably.
Like it's just one line of movies.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I was gonna say, like let's make our own WandaVision where they're back in a sitcom and then something is awry.
I mean, that's an idea that hasn't been done outside of WandaVision, I imagine.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, there was Pleasantville, and I guess every David Lynch movie.
Okay.
Mm.
Um Speaking of a idea I wish I had because now they have like 10 movies. The Fast and
Girls. Oh, Fast and
the Fast and the Furioso. There was a new trailer. I don't know how many trailers there are for this, but they're going to space. They did it.
they did it. Like a joke. How I haven't seen the last two Fast and Furious movies. I don't know how tongue in cheek these movies are getting. I'm assuming that this one is kind of crossing the line into full knowing camp.
No, they've been there already. If you
Oh,
see like Hobbs and Shaw is pretty campy. Um Fast 8 is very, very campy.
I'm expecting to see a moon fight, moon race.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that. I think it was like Ludacris and Tyrese were the ones going to space. They were in the thing that's flying. I think it's a car still, which I appreciate because it's like don't take a plane, just strap like a super engine on the back of a car.
Maybe you could get like two wings, tape it to the side of a bicycle, go really fast. Or
Sure.
maybe do like up, just tie a bunch of balloons to it.
Okay. Now we're cooking.
Or the French film, The Red Balloon.
Okay. I'm gonna see this movie in theaters and I'm gonna enjoy it. That's all I have to say.
Well, you might not enjoy it.
I will enjoy it. They're going to space.
Yeah, but they could go to space and then be like, now that we're in space, we shall make the Third Reich come again. And then what you're going to name endorsing this movie?
Hey, it's
That's just
fictional.
triumph of the will. And
Hey, it's
yeah,
fictional. So could be
it works.
entertaining.
It could be
I don't know. I mean, Vin Diesel as a dictator, maybe.
the great dictator, the big
Yes.
dictator. Sorry,
Yes.
Diesel.
Um, who is your favorite actor in these movies? Are you a rock stan?
I do like the Rock is an actor that I find likable in everything. I'm quite upset that this pandemic has prevented me from seeing that Magic Kingdom movie. What is it? Animal Kingdom?
Animal Cruise, Jungle
Animal
Cruise, Jungle Cruise,
Jungle
sorry,
Cruise, right?
with Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt of Mary Poppins 2 fame.
Yes, and nothing else.
He hasn't done anything else of note.
Has she? I don't think I've seen her in anything.
She was also in that Into the Woods movie.
Was she? Was she James Corden's wife?
She was.
Wow. I have
Wow.
some questions to ask her.
Well, it's in medieval times, you know. You take he was probably
Anything goes.
well, he was probably the only baker, and her being, a baker's wife, she had to marry a baker. So,
She was a baker's wife her whole life before she married a baker.
she was born, her full name is, of course, like Jonette Baker's wife.
Right.
So it only made sense.
Sure. So I think my favorite actor in these movies, like Jason Statham a lot. Um,
It was good.
I think Ludacris is entertaining. I don't know. I'm excited to see John Cena as Vin Diesel's brother, though.
But you won't see him.
Right, that is also true. I'm excited to hear him. Um,
If that joke becomes lame, don't tell me.
okay.
When that joke reaches the point where like only lame people are making it, I don't want to be known. I'll be lame and keep having fun.
Okay. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm excited for a new Fast and Furious movie. I am very excited because I'm going to be going to the movies a lot this summer. I have already seen Godzilla v Kong. I saw Tenet and Wonder Woman 84 there. But other than
This
that, it's been a
awesome
while.
movie in theaters was Wonder Woman 1984. I
Hmm.
feel like a GVK.
Right. Um it's
Big.
so much better than on HBO Max, I imagine.
What's the next big release movie? Is it
What is it? Let me see.
Black Widow is releasing in theaters, isn't it?
It is end on Disney Plus,
The
but for
next
$30.
few months, right? It's in July, so we've got that to look forward to.
All right, let's see. Google search. What do you have for me?
Movies are back, baby.
We have Cruella coming out in May.
Oh, maybe that'll be in the theaters.
It is. It's theaters and Disney Plus. May 28th.
May
We
28th.
have The Matrix 4. I don't even know if there's been a trailer for that.
Wait, what? The Matrix 4?
Yeah, you didn't know about this?
No.
Are you serious?
I'm being dead. Oh, also A Quiet Place 2 and um Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead.
Yeah, The Matrix 2 starring Keanu Reeves, Carrie Ann Moss, Priyanka Chopra, Jada
Karen.
Pinkett Smith, Neil Patrick Harris,
Nope. Wait,
Jonathan Groff.
Jonathan
Um,
Groff is not in the Matrix 4.
it says so on the Google cast.
December 22nd, No.
You didn't know about this, really?
Directed by the Wachowskis. Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
Yahya Abdul Mateen is also in this. That's how you say his name, right?
Probably.
He is in many movies. I know he's in Aquaman. He's also in Watchmen. I think I haven't seen that the series.
Who's in the show?
Yes, he's also in Greatest Showman, which I love a lot.
He always supports his boys, Patrick, Pasek, and Paul.
Pasek Paul, yeah.
Oh, is it Pasek, not Pasek?
It's Pasek, yeah, I think.
Pasek and Paul is what I mean.
So yeah, let's see, April 2021 movies. I think Mortal Kombat comes out this month.
I don't think it's this month.
Okay. What
Quiet
else?
Place 2 comes out next month.
What does?
A Quiet Place 2.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Has there
Mortal
been a trailer for that? There
on
has to have been. So yeah, I mean we've got some stuff to see. I'm probably gonna see Cruella in theaters because Emma Stone, best actress of all time.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay $30 to see it. I'll
No,
pay $25 and drive far away to see it.
exactly. Know your priorities.
See, it's the thing. With Disney Plus, I'm getting $30 just to watch a film. But if I go to the movies, I'm paying $30 to watch a movie in a theater with some popcorn, drinks, and perhaps a small bag of M&Ms.
Perhaps I am a small bag of M&Ms eater at the movies too.
Or the bunch of crunch. That's always delicious.
I always get a large popcorn. I of course put the butter on it, and I usually just have a lemonade too.
I'm vividly imagining going to the movies right now, and it's making me upset that I'm not there at the moment.
Yeah. What was the last movie you saw? Wonder Woman?
Yeah, it's quite upsetting, that fact. Before that, it was, well, I saw Friday the 13th here when they were doing a 40th anniversary screening at a theater near Rider University.
Uh huh.
And then before that, the last movie I'd seen was Jojo Rabbit. So
Jojo Rabbit. I watched that a couple of months ago on HBO Max.
it was good. That
It's
movie
very
was,
good.
it was
It
so
is
sad
very sad.
watching it in the theaters.
Yeah. I can't remember what the last movie I saw before I saw Tenet was. When did Tenet come out? Like May 2020?
20, no, Tenet came out like August. It came out in fall.
So what came out like early 2020?
Was it Cats? Was it Sonic?
Sonic? I didn't see that though. Um let's see what came out in 2019 then, cuz I don't think I really saw anything early 20
I think Joker might have been the last movie I saw in 2019.
it might have been
Or it might have been Star Wars 9, actually.
that's it. That's definitely it. Star Wars Episode 9. Because that was December 2019, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, was that or Knives Out, I guess.
I think I saw Knives Out around the time it came out. I'm
Hmm.
pretty
Same.
so it probably was Star Wars Episode 9, because that came out, I think, on Christmas.
Hmm. Yeah, they released that movie, then they said, shut everything down.
We need to the pandemic was a hoax created by Hollywood to get people to forget how embarrassing that movie was.
Hmm. I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah. I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
I think I have high hopes for Star Wars Episode 10, which will be streamed directly to our eyeballs.
We'll have no choice at that point.
Yeah, it'll stream inside of people's glasses, so they have nothing else to look at except it.
Hmm. Let's see. The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, I think that's the title of the movie, released a trailer. I haven't seen the first one, but I watched the trailer for this and it looks okay.
Bodyguard is Ryan Reynolds and Samuel Jackson, right?
Yes.
Right.
I don't know which one's the hitman and which one's the bodyguard. I think Ryan Reynolds is the bodyguard.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's like Samuel Jackson is like a crazy hitman. He needs a bodyguard.
Hmm.
Ryan bodyguard. That's the plot of the film. I think
And
so.
laughter ensues.
Hey, I didn't see that movie. I will say the clips I saw from it look pretty funny.
Okay. Maybe I'll watch it then before the hitman's wife's bodyguard comes out.
Who plays the wife? Oh, Selma Hayek, it seems like.
Okay. So is Ryan Johnson The wife's bodyguard too?
Um, maybe it's Ryan Reynolds is Samuel L. Jackson's wife, and
Okay.
uh, Salma Hayek is his bodyguard.
That would be a plot twist.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
and
the what was that?
this movie looks great.
I watched the trailer though, and like Ryan Reynolds is obviously always funny. Like he's kind of the same person in every movie he's in, but like that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Generic funny guy. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, he was good. I remember the first Deadpool more than the second, but if he can keep playing Deadpool for the rest of his life, power to him.
Yeah, I watched both those movies recently.
And I was like, oh, he's like if Deadpool was Pikachu.
Yeah.
Or what's that movie, Free Guy? Or like,
Free Guy is actually a movie I want to see pretty badly.
oh yeah, that guy, that movie.
Yeah, Joe Keery's in it from Stranger Things fame as Steve,
Playing Steve,
playing
the
Steve.
waiting role of Steve.
See, that's the thing. Once you're like Ryan Reynolds and you have like a hit like that, you're that character forever. Like Joe Keery's probably Steve forever now, right?
Yeah, no, Joe Keery's name. Well, oh, it's also got Taika Waititi
Really? Did not know that.
starring in the film.
Wow. Anything Taika Waititi is good, obviously, because we mentioned Yo Yo Rabbit.
Yo-Yo Rabbit, we mentioned Your Yagnarok.
Mm-hmm. He's doing a Star Wars movie too. Did you know that?
He did say that. And he's doing that like animated like Roald Dahl film, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory remake or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Got his name on a lot of projects.
I am seeing something that I'm not sure what to think about. It says Jacksepticeye is in Free Guy and Pokimane. They are both famous YouTube
Yeah,
gamers.
it's
And
gonna be a
that's
free guy.
yeah, apparently.
I'm glad we skipped the era where PewDiePie could have been in the movie.
Oh, it says Alex Trebek's gonna be in this.
Oh damn, that made me so sad.
Mm-hmm.
Bring his name. It's like when Carrie Fisher was in Last Jedi,
Yeah.
and then every time she appeared, they played that like I might be making this up. This might be in my head, but every time she appeared, didn't they play like wistful like Star Wars music too?
Yeah, it was very like the films the scenes she was in would have been different, I imagine, had she still been around.
Yeah. Again, I might be mistaken. Maybe this is my head that did it, but like I remember like she would appear on screen and they would play like music. I was like na 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 in the background. It's like to make the audience go, ah, isn't that sad?
Yeah, which is their choice, I guess. Ryan Johnson.
Oh, Ryan, you've done it again.
Yeah. All right, what else? What else should we talk about? Do you want to talk at all about the Powerpuff Girls?
Uh,
Is that
uh,
what they do? I don't
while
know.
listening on the podcast, Declan just acted out some judo karate moves, apparently, uh, to symbolize the Powerpuff Girls. He had his hands in his fist in recognition of the fact that the Powerpuff Girls, of course, have no hands or feet,
No.
as is shown in the cartoon. But
They're
we
CGIing them off for the show.
we got to look at the real costumes, I guess, that were released because everyone made fun of the other ones. These look less ridiculous. They're not fighting crime and Mary Janes anymore, I imagine. But they still look kind of. The costumes being better would kind of make this show less good, I feel like.
Okay.
Because if the costumes really were as dumb as they appeared before, then that might give it like a kind of appeal, a really simple one.
Hmm.
But now, I mean, They look like real people now. These look like clothes that I could see a person wearing.
Yeah.
So maybe this is something. Maybe the show will be good. Maybe we'll talk about it.
Probably not. I just saw something that I actually do want to talk about though on the Twitterverse. Alfred Molina has confirmed he'll be in Spider-Man No Way Home if it wasn't confirmed already as Doctor Octopus. And they're de-aging him apparently.
CGI de-aged Alpha. Couldn't they use like archive footage for it? You think?
I don't know. Maybe they. Yeah,
Maybe.
I guess they could have. But that's cool. So we've confirmed today alone that Jon Favreau will be back and Alfred Molina will be in this.
Maybe
So we're
John
just
will be in there playing the clown he plays in that episode of Seinfeld.
yes. So I guess we're just waiting
For that one to drop.
we're just waiting for the Toby and Andrew confirmation, do you know?
If they have everyone else, then do they need?
Yeah.
If they can get Willem Dafoe, I will be way more
That'd be cool.
than them getting in Toby
And he'll be like, I'm somewhat of a Green Goblin myself.
yes, Harry, I'm somewhat of a no, that one wasn't good. I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
Yeah, there's your impression for the episode. We should make it a goal to work in an impression every episode.
Mary Jane, you're I don't know. Or when he's about to die and he's like, Peter, don't tell Harry that I'm the Green Goblin. I'm dead. That's his last line in the movie.
It's like, Peter.
Peter, don't
Peter.
tell him that I'm the Green Goblin.
Hey, Peter.
I'm the Green Goblin. Fighting crime. I mean, I'm causing crime.
Yeah. Peter.
Hey, Peter, can I kill your friend real quick? Can I kill your girlfriend?
Please. So that's cool that we have confirmation on Jamie Foxx and Alfred Molina. So yeah, this
Maybe
is
the alternate universe breaks, and that's how we get the Sinister Six.
I would really love for there to be the Sinister Six, because I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but
We've got the Vulture, the Scorpion,
yep,
and then Electro and Doc Ock.
Mysterio if Jake Gyllenhaal comes back.
Maybe we're gonna see Paul Giamatti return as the Rhino.
I would love that. I would also love Willem Dafoe, like you said.
I don't think the Green Goblin is ever a member of the Sinister Six.
Okay, yeah, that probably makes sense.
Kind of like a loose cannon.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see like Craven or the Lizard.
Actually, if Craven makes an appearance, that would be great.
That'd be cool.
Can't get our name anymore though.
Yeah. I love the Sinister Six though, because I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but the Spider-Man game on PlayStation that came out a couple of years ago, they do the Sinister Six, and there's like this epic. If you've never played the game or seen it, there's like this epic scene. Spoilers for the game, where the Sinister Six. It's like I forget if it's Scorpion or Lizard. I don't know the difference. Scorpion, sorry.
It was a metallic creature.
Yeah.
An actual lizard man.
It's him, Vulture, maybe not Vulture. I forget. I know Electro's there. I know the Rhino's there. Mr. Negative.
Mr. Negative is just like a Debbie Downer.
Yeah. I'm blanking on the rest of them. But it's a very cool scene where they just beat down on Spider-Man, and it's awesome. And if we get something like that in live action, I just want to see Tom Holland get beat up.
I wonder if they're going to do the thing. I've been watching the 1994 Spider-Man series on Disney Plus.
Oh, I have that on my list, actually. I want to watch more animated superhero stuff.
Well, start with if you get HBO Max, start with definitely Batman the Animated Series. That's like the best one.
Okay. Because I'm watching Invincible, and that's like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I want to watch more stuff like that.
I think Batman the Animated Series is probably one of the best animated shows ever.
Yeah.
It's just so good. It's one of the best Batman properties. But in that Spider-Man series, they renamed the City of Six to be the Insidious Six
Okay.
instead of Sinister.
Hmm.
So maybe they'll do that. Maybe they'll make it all radical.
Okay, it's Vulture, Mr. Negative, Rhino, Electro, Scorpion, and I'm missing one.
Flash Thompson.
Flash Thompson. I definitely named them already, so apologies for having a bad memory.
Positive to make sure that Mr. Negative doesn't get too wild.
Yeah. So yeah, I want Sinister Six in Spider-Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's Doc Ock. I'm an idiot. Because he's a big part of the game. Because you're working at the lab.
I remember in the cartoon that I'm pretty sure like Chameleon was a part of the quote unquote Insidious Six, which doesn't make sense because that's just a guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any powers. He's just a dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he has the power of like changing his appearance. But what is that? That means nothing when you're fighting like a big like a guy with web slingers and stuff.
He's just a male Jennifer Lawrence
He's such a great actor.
from the X-Men movies.
Oh, I thought you were gonna.
Well, maybe Jennifer Lawrence too.
You can disappear into a role like nobody's business.
No, I am not a Jennifer Lawrence stan. I apologize to anyone who is. All right. Did you watch anything fun this week?
I watched
Or not fun?
What did I watch that was fun or not fun? I watched this is an obscure pick on Amazon Prime. I checked out the film Alice, Sweet Alice. If you're a fan of horror, old horror, check that movie out. It's a good watch.
Okay. Anything else?
That's all for me.
Okay. Well, I finished watching. Oh, sorry to cut you off there.
But what about you? What did you watch?
Well, I finished watching Ted Lasso. I think I mentioned in the last episode, and it is a very, very good series. So watchable. I don't have Apple TV, I just did the free subscription thing. It gives you a week. You can watch Ted Lasso in like a day, probably, if you enjoy it that much, or 2 or 3. It's only 10 episodes. They're all a half hour. It's very, very watchable. They're filming season 2 right now, I discovered. And it's just the best. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, look it up if you're interested, but I thoroughly enjoyed every minute of it. It's got some drama ties into it.
Looks like I'll have to check that one out, Declan.
Yeah. It's you would think it's going into it. I thought I was just gonna be a straight like laugh fest, like they're just gonna go for the laugh since it's Jason Sudeikis coming in as a soccer coach who's never coached soccer in England. But it's really like heartfelt, and we see Jason Sudeikis really act like pretty well. Like his character's going through some stuff. I won't spoil anything, but it's very good. It's very good. I like it a lot. I also celebrated my birthday 2 days ago and watched.
Ooh, this is true.
This is true. What they say is I'm only 19, but my mind is older. So I watched and discovered new things in my favorite. I think I dare I say my favorite movie ever. I watched La La Land with the director's commentary, and then I watched the first half of it on my birthday again. Didn't finish it, but it's just the best.
How many times have you seen the movie La La Land in the last like month?
In the last month, probably only twice.
Oh.
This year, I'm on like my fourth watch.
I saw that movie one time
Yeah.
in the theaters when it came out.
Oh, I'm so jealous of you. I wish I could have seen it in the theaters.
That was a great experience watch, especially just like the ending, like the
I
last.
bet. I bet. Were people crying?
No.
Really?
Well, we saw it like a little bit after. It had been out by the time we had seen it. Like the theater was basically empty.
Mm-hmm.
So I think some people in the audience might have already known how it ended, or the other people were just not enthusiastic about it.
um, I actually don't get upset about the ending. I appreciate it. I love it because I'm built different.
Once again, I have to make my token recommend for you to watch The Umbrellas of Cherbourg.
I know. I'm sorry.
They recommended it in the audio commentary,
They did. They mentioned it multiple times as the sole inspiration for the movie.
which I've been saying. I haven't even seen the director's comment,
No.
but just as someone who has seen both movies, I can tell that one was a major inspiration for the other,
Yeah. Um,
which proves how much you like it, probably.
yeah. So there we go. If you've never seen La La Land, what are you doing? Or watch The Umbrellas of Cherbourg.
You can, if you don't hate the French, of course,
Yeah.
there's a prejudice that is affecting.
We are a pro-French podcast.
Exactly. We are not anti-French. The French are welcome here with their cheeses and their cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
We love them.
Yeah. Yeah. So watch La La Land. I notice something new every time I watch it because I'm smart.
At the end of the movie last time, I noticed that it's actually a musical.
Really, I noticed Ryan Gosling was in it the third time I watched it.
The main guy was played by Ryan Gosling.
Mm-hmm.
And did you also know that Emma Stone makes an appearance?
No. My
And did you
favorite
know
actress, Emma Stone. I gotta see this.
there's a brief cameo by John Legend?
Oh, I want to talk about this. I guess since you've only seen it, and it was probably 4 years ago at this point. Did you like John Legend in the movie? Because for some reason people don't, but I think he's perfect in the movie. Like I think he's perfect fit.
He's good in it, and I think there's just enough of him.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I could have seen more of him. I liked that there was kind of like a foil,
Mm-hmm.
and I liked his song. I thought his song was good. It
Yeah,
was
it's
like a
very good.
tempo jazz, like jazz rock. I was like, oh,
Yeah. For my birthday, I actually purchased both the soundtrack and the score on vinyl. So
oh.
yeah, I'm very excited.
I thought you mean like you purchased like this, like the sheet music, and you're gonna play it. And I was like, oh,
No, I'm not that cool.
birthday present sounds like a chore someone gave you.
Uh, okay. Do you want to read some letterboxed Lebertoxed reviews?
I guess let's slip into our final segment. Do you want to go first, or should I?
I don't care.
Well, let me go first with my review. My first review that I found of the 2016 classic Ghostbusters. Russman gives this 3 stars and says the scariest part of this movie was the Fall Out Boy theme song. Of course, Fall Out Boy of the Radioactive Man fame does have a theme song in this movie. I had forgotten about it, actually. This is another movie I haven't seen since 2016, so I have a very hazy recollection of it.
Yeah. I was gonna try to find a review for Thunder Force, the new Netflix movie, but I didn't. Instead, here's a review for Dwayne The Rock Johnson's Rampage. And this is from Matt Lynch, who is
Oh.
a pro, by the way.
For the film Rampage, or was just a regular Rampage that
Oh,
Ragdon's
it's both. He probably rampages in the movie.
Oh, he does.
I
That's
don't
the
know. I haven't seen it.
who's the bigger Rampage? The giant monster who's rampaging, or the humans who go overboard to stop him?
That's probably what they explore in the movie.
Food for thought.
Mm-hmm. Um, so Matt Lynch gives this a 3-star review and says paints by every perfectly idiotic number you want it to. Relatively imaginative and ruthless in its wanton destruction, and never remotely self-serious. At one point, an entire skyscraper tips over, and then one of the characters says, "I can't believe we survived that." I like this movie. So it's not a negative review. How about that?
How many stars does he give?
3.
Wow.
Yeah. The more you know.
I know we're not just stuffy film critics over here. We are the people.
We the people. Oh, I probably can't sing things on this.
Perfect. Oh no, yeah, Disney will copy strike.
Yes. Sorry, Schoolhouse Rock. Please don't take our money. We don't have any money.
We have no money. You can't. Don't sue us for. You can't get blood from a rock.
No.
Second review is from 2012's Ted from Branson Reese. He says, "If this movie was a person, I would kill it, turn myself in, and walk into prison with my head held high."
That's pretty deep.
I did, as mentioned last time, see the movie Ted in theaters at 10 years old. I feel like I need to watch it again.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's about. I mean, there's a talking teddy bear. He's
I've
he's
never seen it.
I think this is probably the best thing that Seth MacFarlane has ever directed.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Um Here's something that Seth MacFarlane, I'm guessing, did not direct. Another Dwayne The Rock Johnson film. 2017's Baywatch.
No.
This is a 1.5-star review from Matt Singer, who's also a pro, or so he thinks. And he says, "Go watch something else."
And the Baywatch movie.
Yes.
Is the Baywatch movie just like set? Like, is it just like it's on the same beach years later? Or is like is that supposed to be like a reboot? Like all the characters that you love from Baywatch are back.
I don't know. I think it's probably a
No one
reboot.
knows the characters' names from Baywatch. People know, oh yeah, Pamela Anderson was in it.
Yeah.
And other people.
Mm-hmm.
David Hasselhoff was in it too, wasn't he?
Probably. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Do you have any more?
No.
All right, well then I'll finish us off with 2018's Tag. This is a movie I kind of want to see actually. This is a 2-star review from Lauren. And Lauren says, this is probably one of my favorite reviews I've seen on this year application. "I'm sorry, but there's just no way that Jeremy Renner has 5 friends.
Jeremy Renner.
He can shoot arrows."
He's like the best. Here's the thing. People are always like, oh, Hawkeye is so useless because he just shoots arrows. When I saw this movie, I remember thinking, again, 10 years old when I saw Avengers, this guy must be the greatest arrow shooter in the world if the Avengers are making him his friend. And lo and behold, he is.
Yep. So there you go. I hope you got everything you were looking for from listening to us.
I think they did. They laughed, they cried. We've got adventure, suspense, rugged sexual appeal.
Mm-hmm.
The perfect podcast, if you will. And as a humanitarian gesture, I prescribe I give a prescription for all of our audience, and so does J.J. Abrams here.
Yes.
I give a prescription, and that is to subscribe, to tell your friends to subscribe, to share it on social media, like it, and leave a comment down below.
Or dislike it.
Don't dislike it, please.
You could.
Like it, email us in private. We're very sensitive here, and give us some notes.
Yeah.
He's hand driving.
I am hand driving. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening. Make sure to hand drive at least once today.
Hand drive your way over and smash that like button.
Yeah, and we'll see you
Your hand drive
next Friday.
so fast.
Yeah, I had to. I was in Greece. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Remember to hand drive.